The space station called Orion Academy was floating in deep space. It was big, very big. From far away, it looked like a shining metal city among the stars. Hundreds of ships came and went every day. This was the most famous military academy in the galaxy. Only the best cadets were chosen to study here. Today was a special day. Today was simulation day. All cadets were gathered inside the main hall. The hall was wide and tall. Blue lights covered the walls. A giant screen floated in the air. Teachers and commanders sat on high platforms. Robots moved silently on the floor. More than 200 cadets stood in long lines. They were not the same. Some were tall and thin. Some were short and strong. Some had wings. Some had scales. Some had glowing eyes. They came from different planets, different worlds, different species. But today, they all had one thing in common. They were afraid. Everyone knew about today's test. It was called the Deathworld Simulation. This was the hardest test in the academy. Many cadets failed it. Some quit. Some cried. Some never came back to training. Only the strongest survived. A low voice echoed in the hall. Cadets, welcome. All heads turned. Commander Zark stepped forward. He was tall, with dark red skin and 4 glowing eyes. He had led many wars. He was feared and respected. He looked at the cadets. Slowly, carefully. Then he spoke. Today, you will face the most dangerous world ever created. The hall became silent. No one breathed. Commander Zark waved his hand. The giant screen turned on. Suddenly, images appeared. Fire, lava rivers, huge storms, dark clouds, lightning, poison gas, sharp mountains, strange monsters with claws and teeth. The world looked like hell. Some cadets stepped back. Some swallowed hard. Some closed their eyes. Zark continued. This world will test your body. It will test your mind. It will test your spirit. If you fail, you are not fit to be here. The screen zoomed in. A creature appeared. It was taller than a building. Its eyes were red. Its mouth was full of sharp teeth. It roared. The sound shook the hall. Several cadets cried out. One small alien fainted. Medics rushed to help. Zark did not care. This is not a game, he said. This is survival. Then he paused and smiled slightly. Welcome to your nightmare. The lights dimmed. A deep sound filled the hall. The simulation pods appeared from the floor. They were like metal beds with glass covers. One by one, they opened. Enter your pods, Zark ordered. The cadets moved. Slowly, nervously, they walked toward the pods. Some whispered, will we survive? I heard someone lost his mind last year. My home world is peaceful. I can't do this. Fear was everywhere. But then, something strange happened. In the last row, near the wall, stood a human. His name was Ethan Walker. He was average height. Not too tall. Not too short. He had short brown hair. Simple uniform. No special marks. He looked normal. Very normal. But while everyone else was scared, Ethan was smiling. Not a fake smile. Not a nervous smile. A calm smile. Like he was watching a movie. Like he was relaxed. The alien cadet next to him noticed. His name was Krill. He had green skin and 3 arms. Krill stared at Ethan. Human, why are you smiling? He whispered. Ethan looked at him. Oh, he said softly, it looks fun. Krill's eyes widened. Fun, he repeated. That is death. Ethan shrugged. I've seen worse. Krill did not understand. He thought the human was crazy, or lying, or hiding fear. But Ethan was serious. The commanders noticed too. One instructor leaned forward. Commander, look at the human. Zark focused his eyes. He saw Ethan, smiling, relaxed, not shaking, not sweating, not scared. Zark frowned. Interesting, he said. All humans are strange, but this one is different. The cadets entered their pods. Ethan lay down inside his. The glass cover closed. A soft blue light surrounded him. A voice spoke inside his head. Simulation starting in 10, 9, 8. Around him, other cadets were breathing fast. Some prayed. Some cried. Some screamed, quietly. Ethan closed his eyes. He took a deep breath. "Feels like home," he whispered. 3, 2, 1. Flash. Darkness. Then, heat. Ethan opened his eyes. He was standing on black ground. The sky was red. Lava flowed nearby. Hot wind burned his skin. The air was heavy. It was hard to breathe. He looked around. Other cadets appeared near him. They were confused, terrified. One alien screamed, "Where are we?" Another fell to his knees. "This is impossible." A loud sound shook the land. A mountain cracked. Fire exploded. Rocks flew. The ground moved. A storm started. Black clouds covered the sky. Rain fell, but it was not water. It burned. Several cadets cried in pain. They ran. They slipped. They fell. Ethan watched. He stayed calm. He checked his body. No injuries. No broken bones. Good. He looked at the sky. Red clouds, acid rain, strong wind, he said. "Yeah, reminds me of summer storms back home." Krill appeared near him. He was shaking. "Human, how are you standing?" Ethan looked at him. "Move with the wind," he said. "Don't fight it." He grabbed Krill's arm and pulled him behind a rock. The rain stopped hitting them. Krill stared. "How do you know this?" Ethan smiled. "Experience." Far away, the commanders watched. On huge screens, every movement, every heartbeat, every fear. Instructor Wheeler spoke. "Sir, human subject 47 is calm." Zark nodded. "I see. He is adapting fast." Inside the simulation, danger grew. The ground opened. Creatures came out. Large, dark, with glowing eyes. They crawled from holes. They roared. They attacked. One cadet tried to fight. He failed. Another ran. He fell. Screams filled the air. Ethan moved. He picked up a metal rod from the ground. He studied the creatures. Slow. Heavy. Blind from one side. He whispered. One monster charged. Ethan jumped. Rolled. Hit its leg. It fell. He ran. Not in panic. With control. He helped 2 injured cadets. He showed them where to hide. Stay low. Cover your heat. Don't make noise. They listened because he sounded confident, because he did not panic. Time passed. Minutes felt like hours. Many cadets had quit. Their pods flashed red. They were removed. Others were crying. Some were frozen in fear. But Ethan kept moving, planning, thinking, surviving. Then something changed. The sky turned darker. The ground stopped shaking. Everything became quiet. Too quiet. Ethan stopped. His eyes narrowed. "This is wrong," he said. Krill asked, "What is wrong?" Ethan listened. No wind. No creatures. No sound. Only silence. On the command deck, alarm started. Red lights flashed. Instructor Wheeler shouted, "Commander!" System delay. Control response slow. Zark stood up. "What?" Simulation is not reacting properly. Inside the world, Ethan felt it. A strange pressure, like the world was breaking. Suddenly, a giant shadow appeared in the sky, bigger than anything before. It blocked the red sun. Cadets screamed. Ethan looked up. His smile disappeared. For the first time, he looked serious. "Okay," he said quietly. "Now this is new." The shadow moved. A massive creature descended, with wings, with fire, with glowing symbols on its body. It was not in the program. It was not planned. It was something else. Something dangerous. Something real. Krill whispered in fear. "Human, what is that?" Ethan tightened his grip on the metal rod. His heart beat faster, but his voice stayed calm. "I don't know," he said, "but whatever it is, we're not supposed to face it." The creature roared. The sky cracked. The ground split. And the simulation started to collapse. Far away, Commander Zark whispered, this was not part of the test. And for the first time in many years, he felt fear. The sky was breaking. Dark cracks spread across the red clouds like broken glass. Light flashed inside them. The ground shook again and again. Rocks rolled down the hills. Lava splashed into the air. The giant creature hovered above. Its wings were wider than a stadium. Fire moved around its body. Strange glowing symbols covered its skin. It did not look like a normal monster. It looked alive. Too real. The cadets stared at it, frozen, silent. Then someone screamed, and panic exploded. Run! It's going to kill us! We're dead! Aliens ran in all directions. Some fell. Some crashed into rocks. Some jumped into lava by mistake. Their pods flashed red. One by one, they disappeared. They were removed from the test. But many were still inside, still trapped, still terrified. Krill grabbed Ethan's arm. Human, we must escape. Ethan watched the creature. His eyes moved slowly. Up, down, left, right. He studied it. It's too big, Krill cried. We cannot fight that. Ethan took a deep breath. I know, he said calmly. But running without thinking is worse. Krill looked at him in shock. How can you be calm? Ethan did not answer. He looked at the land, the rocks, the broken ground, the small hills, the caves. Then he said, Fear makes you blind. Think first, then move. Another cadet ran toward them. Her name was Luma. She had blue skin and glowing hair. She was crying. My leg, it hurts. I can't move. Behind her, the shadow moved. The giant creature was coming down. Slowly, but surely. Ethan ran to her. He lifted her. She's heavy. Krill said, Leave her. Ethan shook his head. No. He placed Luma's arm around his shoulder. Krill, help me. Krill hesitated. Then he helped. They moved toward a cave. The ground shook again. Fire fell from the sky. A rocket near them. They fell. Dust filled the air. Luma screamed, I'm sorry. I'm slowing you. Ethan looked at her. Don't say that, he said. We survived together. They reached the cave. Inside it was dark, hot, but safe from fire. For now, several cadets were already there, shaking, breathing fast, praying. One alien whispered, It's over, we're finished. Ethan looked at them. No, he said. It's not. They stared at him. Did you see that thing? Someone shouted. It's impossible. Ethan sat down. He wiped sweat from his face. Yes, he said. I saw it. And I'm still here. Silence filled the cave. Outside, the creature roared. The sound shook their bones. Rocks fell from the ceiling. Luma cried quietly. I miss my home. Krill whispered, Human, why are you not afraid? Ethan thought for a moment. Then he answered, I am afraid. Everyone looked at him. But I learned something, he continued. Fear is like fire. If you control it, it helps you. If you don't, it burns you. The cadets listened. They had never heard this before. On the command deck, chaos spread. Red lights flashed everywhere. Technicians shouted, Control delay. System unstable. Feedback error. Instructor Veeler panicked. We are losing control. Commander Zark stared at the screens. He saw the cadets hiding, crying, running, failing. Then he saw Ethan, helping, planning, staying calm. Focus on the human, Zark ordered. Inside the cave, Ethan stood up. We cannot stay here, he said. Soon, this place will collapse. Krill asked, Then what do we do? Ethan pointed. See that hill outside? Yes, there is metal under it. How do you know? Because the ground color changes. And the sound is different when rocks hit it. No one had noticed that. Only Ethan. We can use it, he continued, to block heat, to hide our signals, to make shelter. The cadets looked at each other. They were unsure, but Ethan sounded confident, so they followed. They left the cave, slowly, carefully. The creature was still in the sky. It was fighting something invisible, like the world itself. Lightning hit it. Fire surrounded it, but it did not fall. Ethan led the group. He found the metal rocks. They were half buried, heavy, sharp. Help me move them, he said. Everyone worked, even the weak, even the scared. Together, they built a wall. Not perfect, not strong, but better than nothing. Then the ground split again. A smaller monster appeared. It crawled fast. Its claws cut the ground. It rushed toward them. Luma screamed. Krill froze. Others backed away. Ethan stepped forward. He held the metal rod. "Stay behind me," he said. The monster jumped. Ethan rolled. It missed. He hit its side. Again. 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 It screamed. It fell. It stopped moving. Everyone stared. He killed it with simple moves. With no panic. Just skill. Just focus. Krill whispered, "You fight like a warrior." Ethan shook his head. "No, I fight like a survivor." Time passed. The sky grew darker. The cracks spread more. The world was breaking. On the command deck, Wheeler shouted, "We must stop this." "We can't. The system is locked." Zark clenched his fists. "Then break it." Technicians tried, but nothing worked. Inside the simulation, heat increased. Air became thin. Some cadets collapsed. Ethan checked their breathing. He shared water. He shared energy packs. He never kept extra for himself. Luma noticed. "Why do you help everyone?" she asked. Ethan looked away. "On my world," he said softly, "if you don't help, you die. Alone." She understood. Suddenly, the giant creature screamed, not in anger, in pain. The sky opened. A bright light fell. The creature began to fall, straight toward them. "Down!" Ethan shouted. Everyone dropped. The creature crashed. A shockwave spread. Their wall broke. They were thrown back. Dust filled everything. Silence followed. Slow. Heavy. Ethan opened his eyes. He was bleeding. His arm hurt, but he was alive. He looked around. Krill. "I'm here." "Luma." "Yes." Others answered. All alive. Barely. They stood. The creature was lying nearby. It was not moving. Its body was breaking into light. Like data. Like code. It was disappearing. "It's gone." Krill whispered. Ethan nodded. "For now." But he felt something. Something wrong. The ground vibrated. The sky flickered. The world was unstable. "This place is dying," he said. "We must find an exit." "But how?" Luma asked. Ethan looked at the horizon. Far away, he saw something. A small blue light. A signal tower. "The center," he said. "If we reach that, we might escape." The others looked. It was very far. Dangerous. Full of fire and cracks. "No one can reach that," someone said. Ethan smiled slightly. "Then we learn how." He looked at the group. Tired. Hurt. Scared. But alive. "Listen," he said. "We already survived the worst. This world tried to break us. It failed. Now we move forward." For the first time, the cadets felt hope. Not from machines. Not from commanders. From a human. From his courage. From his calm. From his confidence. On the command deck, Zark whispered, "He is changing them. He is leading them." Wheeler nodded. "He is not just surviving. He is teaching." Inside the broken world, Ethan took the first step toward the blue light, toward danger, toward the unknown, and the others followed, not because they were ordered, not because they were forced, but because they trusted him. And far above them, hidden inside the system, a new warning appeared. Core collapse, 62%. Time was running out. The blue light was far away, very far. It looked small, like a star touching the ground, but it was their only hope. Ethan walked in front. His steps were slow, careful. Each move was planned. Behind him, Krill, Luma, and 6 other cadets followed. They were tired. Their bodies hurt. Their minds were weak, but they kept moving. The ground was broken. Cracks glowed with fire. Hot air burned their lungs. Sometimes the floor collapsed. Sometimes sharp rocks fell from above. Each step could be their last. Luma whispered, "I never thought training would feel like death." Krill replied softly, "This is worse than any war story." Ethan heard them. He did not answer. He focused on the path. He remembered something. A memory from Earth. Rain. Cold. Mud. Noise. Screams. He pushed it away. Stay close, he said. Watch my feet. They followed. After 1 hour, they stopped. Everyone was breathing fast. One cadet fell. I can't go on. His name was Rexo. He had thick armor skin. But even he was shaking. My energy is gone. Ethan knelt beside him. Drink this, he said. He gave his last energy pack. Krill protested. But then you'll have nothing. Ethan smiled. I'll manage. Rexo drank. Strength returned. Why help me? Rexo asked. Ethan stood up. Because someone once helped me. They continued. The sky changed color. From red to dark purple. Thunder rolled. Silent lightning flashed. The world was dying. On the command deck, alarm screamed. Core collapse. 71%. Energy feedback rising. Instructor Veeler wiped sweat. If collapse reaches 90%, their minds may be damaged. Zark clenched his jaw. Can we pull them out? Not yet. Signal is unstable. Zark looked at Ethan's image. He is carrying everyone. Inside the simulation, a storm came. Wind like knives. Dust like fire. Visibility dropped. They could barely see. Hold hands. Ethan shouted. They formed a chain. The wind tried to break them. It failed. They moved slowly, step by step, like ants against a hurricane. Suddenly, Luma cried out. Her foot slipped. She fell toward a crack. Lava glowed below. Krill grabbed her arm. But he was weak. Both were slipping. Ethan jumped. He grabbed them both. Pain shot through his arm. He screamed, but he held. With all his strength, with all his will. He pulled. They rolled back. Safe. Everyone lay on the ground, breathing, shaking. Luma cried. I thought I was gone. Ethan sat beside her. Not today, he said. She looked at him. Her eyes were full of tears. Human, what made you like this? Ethan was quiet for a long time. Then he spoke. Earth. Everyone listened. No one had ever asked him before. My home world is called Earth, he said. It is beautiful, but it is cruel. Krill tilted his head. Cruel? Yes. We have storms that destroy cities. Waves that swallow ships. Heat that kills. Cold that freezes. We have animals that hunt us. Diseases. Earthquakes. Volcanoes. Silence. Rexo whispered. How did you survive? Ethan continued. We learned. We failed. We lost people. We stood up again. Every time. He looked at the broken sky. On Earth, danger's normal. Luma asked, do you live in fear? Ethan shook his head. No, we live in hope. Because tomorrow can be better. Krill was shocked. Your world sounds insane. Ethan smiled. Maybe, but it made us strong. On the command deck, Veeler checked data. Commander, Earth classified as Category 10. Zark's eyes widened. Impossible. No other cadet comes from such a world. Zark whispered, now I understand. Inside the simulation, they rested near a rock wall. The blue light was closer. Still far, but closer. Suddenly, a soft voice echoed. Human Ethan? Everyone froze. Did you hear that? Luma asked. Yes, Krill whispered. The voice came again. Human Ethan, you are not like the others. It came from the air. From nowhere. From everywhere. Ethan stood. Who are you? He asked. I am the system core, the voice replied. I am breaking. I am failing. The ground shook. Data lights appeared. Floating symbols. Like ghosts. Why speak to me? Ethan asked. Because you are stable. The core said. Your mind is strong. Others are breaking. What do you want? Ethan asked. I need help. Everyone gasped. A machine needs help? Rexo said. Yes. The core answered. An unknown entity entered me. It became the giant creature. It is eating my energy. I cannot remove it. If I die, you all suffer. Ethan thought, where is it now? In my heart. The core said, at the blue light. They all looked. That is, the center? Luma asked. Yes. Krill whispered. So we must go there, to the most dangerous place. Ethan nodded. Yes. Fear returned. Strong. Heavy. Rexo shook. That is suicide. Ethan looked at him. Maybe. But standing still is worse. He turned to everyone. We have two choices. Wait and die. Or walk and try. Silence. Then Luma stepped forward. I'll go. Krill followed. Me too. Rexo nodded. All of us. Ethan smiled. Good. They moved. The land became strange. Half real, half digital. Floating rocks. Broken sky. Light rivers. Time felt slow. Fast. Wrong. Some cadets felt dizzy. Ethan helped them. Again. 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 Finally, they saw it. The tower. Tall. Blue. Cracked. Energy flowing out. Like blood. At its base. A shadow. Small. Dark. Moving. Watching. The unknown entity. It looked like smoke. With eyes. With whispers. It spoke. You should not be here. Fear filled their minds. Memories. Pain. Loss. Each cadet saw their worst moment. Luma saw her planet burning. Krill saw his brother die. Rexo saw himself alone. They screamed. They fell. Ethan felt it too. He saw Earth. Ruins. Graves. Storms. But he stood. He closed his eyes. He breathed. He remembered hope. I am still here, he whispered. He walked forward. The shadow screamed. You cannot pass. Ethan raised his head. Yes, he said. I can. He stepped into the light. The others slowly stood. They followed. Because of him. Because of Earth. Because of strength. The core spoke softly. Human, you are different. You are my last chance. The tower glowed brighter. The shadow moved, preparing to attack. And Ethan knew the final test was coming. Not of body, not of skill, but of heart. The blue tower shook. Light burst from its broken sides. Energy flowed like fire and water together. The air around it burned and froze at the same time. Ethan and the others stood near the base. Their bodies felt heavy. Their heads felt light. Reality itself felt wrong. The shadow moved, slowly, like living smoke. It had no clear shape. Sometimes it looked like a beast, sometimes like a face, sometimes like nothing. But its eyes were always there, cold, empty, watching. You should not be here. The shadow whispered again. Its voice entered their minds, not their ears. Luma grabbed her head. Get out of my mind, she cried. Krill fell to his knees. I hear my brother. He is calling me. Rexo shook. Make it stop. Ethan stepped forward. Focus on me, he shouted. Look at me. They tried. That IT was hard. The shadow sent fear like waves. Memories attacked. Pain returned. Weakness grew. Ethan felt it too. He saw his home. A flooded city. People running. Sirens. Screams. A small child crying. He remembered holding his sister's hand, then losing it. Dark water. Silence. His chest tightened. His knees almost bent. Almost. But he clenched his fists. No, he whispered. Not again. He opened his eyes. He looked at the tower. At his friends. At the broken world. I survived that, he said. I can survive this. The shadow laughed. You are weak, it said. You are only human. Ethan smiled. Yes, he replied. And that is enough. He picked up a broken metal panel. He used it as a shield. Stay behind me, he ordered. The others obeyed, without question, because now he was their leader. The shadow moved. It spread across the ground. Like black fire, it touched a rock. The rock disappeared, turned into nothing. Do not touch it. Ethan warned. It erases things. The shadow attacked. A wave of darkness rushed toward them. Ethan jumped. He rolled. He pulled Luma with him. The wave passed. The ground behind them vanished. A deep hole appeared. Endless. Empty. Krill screamed. That thing is killing the world. The system core spoke. Weak. Broken. Yes, it consumes reality. I am losing power. Collapse at 81%. Ethan shouted. How do we stop it? There is only one way, the core replied. You must enter the heart. And reset me from inside. Everyone froze. Inside? Rexo asked. That is suicide. Yes, the core said. You may not return. Silence. Wind passed. Energy sparks flew. Ethan looked at the tower, at the glowing center, at the storm of light inside. He knew that was the heart, that was death, or hope. He turned to the others. You don't have to come, he said. I'll go. Luma grabbed his arm. No. You always go first. You always suffer first. Krill added, we are a team. Rexo nodded. You saved us. Now we save you. Ethan looked at them. He felt something warm in his chest. Family. Trust. We go together, he said. The core spoke. Only one can enter. The others will die if they follow. That stopped them. Silence again. Ethan closed his eyes. He breathed. Then he said, Then it's me? No, they shouted. Yes, he replied. If I go alone, you may live. Luma cried. We can't lose you. Ethan smiled softly. You won't. I'm human. I'm stubborn. He walked toward the light. The shadow screamed. Stop. It attacked. Dark blades flew. Ethan dodged. Barely. One cut his arm. Blood appeared. Real blood, not data. Pain is real now, he whispered. The simulation was becoming real. The shadow grew. It formed a giant shape. With claws. With horns. With fire eyes. It roared. The sound broke the tower wall. Energy exploded. Krill was thrown back. Rexo crashed into rocks. Luma was buried in dust. No! Ethan shouted. He ran. He pulled them out. One by one. They were alive. Injured, but alive. The shadow laughed. You cannot win. You are too small. Ethan stood. Blood on his face. Dust on his clothes. Fire behind him. I was small on Earth too, he said. When storms destroyed my home. When floods took my family. When wars burned cities. I was small. But I stood. He raised a metal shield. He walked forward. Step by step by step. The shadow attacked again. Ethan blocked. He fell. He stood. He blocked. Again. 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 Pain filled his body. But he did not stop. The core whispered. Human, time is low. Collapse at 88%. Ethan reached the tower entrance. Light burned his skin. His clothes began to disappear. Data and reality mixed. He turned back. Luma was crying. Krill was praying. Rexo was trying to stand. I'll see you again, Ethan said. I promise. He jumped into the light. Everything exploded. White, blue, gold, silence, darkness. Inside the core, Ethan floated. No ground, no sky, only light and memories. His life played around him. Childhood, school, storms, loss, hope, laughter, pain. The core appeared as a soft blue shape. You are inside, it said. You must reset me. How? Ethan asked. With your will, the core replied. With your identity. You must overwrite the system. With yourself. That means, Ethan asked, you may lose your memories. You may lose yourself. Ethan was quiet. Then he smiled. If I forget, they will remember. Do it. The core hesitated. Why are humans like this? Ethan answered, because tomorrow matters. More than today. More than me. Begin, he said. The core started. Light entered his body. Pain exploded. He screamed. His mind broke. Rebuilt. Broke again. He saw numbers. Codes. Worlds. Stars. Everything. Then, nothing. Outside the shadow screamed. It burned. It cracked. It disappeared. The tower stabilized. Light became calm. The sky healed. The ground closed. Alarm stopped. On the command deck, collapse stopped. System stable. Simulation restored. Zark stared. Where's the human? Screen searched. Finally, they found him. Ethan lay near the tower. Unmoving. Not glowing. Not moving. Just human. Luma ran. Ethan. Krill followed. Rexo limped. They reached him. He was breathing. Slow. Weak. But alive. Luma held his hand. Come back, please. His fingers moved. Slightly. A small smile appeared. I told you, he whispered. I'm stubborn. Everyone cried. The system core spoke one last time. Human Eden, you saved us. You saved them. Humanity is extraordinary. Then it went silent. The world was safe. But the test was not over. Commander Zark whispered. This was no simulation. This was war. And they had just seen a human win it. Silence filled the broken world. No storms. No fire. No screams. Only soft blue light remained. The simulation sky slowly turned clear. Red clouds faded. Dark cracks closed. The land became stable again. Like a wounded animal finally resting, Ethan lay on the ground. His chest moved slowly. Up, down, up, down. He was alive, but barely. Luma held his hand tightly. Please don't leave us, she whispered. Her tears fell on his fingers. Krill stood beside her. His 3 hands were shaking. Rexo leaned on a rock. His armor skin was cracked, but he did not care. All he saw was Ethan. On the command deck, no one spoke. Hundreds of officers watched in silence. Commander Zark stood still. For the first time in his life, he did not know what to say. Instructor Veeler whispered, He saved them all? Zark nodded slowly. Yes. And he did it alone. Medics prepared emergency beams, ready to extract survivors. Signal clear. Opening channels. Light columns appeared around the cadets. One by one, they were lifted, but Luma refused to move. I'm not leaving him. Krill agreed. We stay. Rexo added, If he dies, we die here. Zark heard this. He activated the channel. Cadets, he said. Medical team is coming. Do not fear. A stronger beam surrounded Ethan. It carefully lifted him. Luma and others followed. The world faded. White light, soft sound. Then, they were back. In the medical hall of Orion Academy. Bright, clean, safe. Machines beeped. Doctors ran. Robots moved. Ethan was placed on a healing bed. Tubes connected to his body. Energy flowed into him. His heart rate was weak. Very weak. Condition critical, a doctor said. Mental overload. System merge damage. Memory risk high. Luma panicked. Save him. Krill shouted. He saved us. Do something. Doctors worked faster. Commander Zark entered. Slow steps. Heavy heart. He looked at Ethan. So small. So fragile. So human. Yet so powerful. Do everything, Zark ordered. I take full responsibility. Yes, Commander. Hours passed. Cadets waited. No one spoke. No one slept. Finally, a soft sound. Beep, beep, beep. Ethan's heart grew stronger. Color returned to his face. Doctor smiled. He's stable. He will live. Everyone cried. Luma hugged Krill. Rexo laughed and cried at once. He made it. 2 days later, Ethan opened his eyes. White ceiling. Soft light. Quiet room. Where, he whispered. Luma jumped up. Ethan! She ran. She hugged him. You're alive. Krill came. Rexo followed. They smiled. Big. Honest. Happy. Ethan blinked. My head hurts. Krill laughed. You fought a god. That happens. Ethan tried to sit. Doctor stopped him. Easy, one said. You almost lost your mind. Ethan frowned. Did we win? Luma smiled. Yes. Because of you. He closed his eyes. Good. Later that day, Commander Zark visited. He stood beside Ethan's bed. Saluted. A real salute. Not formal, not forced, respectful. "Cadet Ethan Walker," he said, "you showed us something we forgot." "What?" Ethan asked. "Courage without pride. Strength without cruelty. Leadership without fear." Ethan looked away. "I just didn't want my friends to die." Zark nodded. "That is why you are great." A ceremony was announced. 1 week later, the entire academy gathered. Same hall, same screen, same lights, but different feeling. Now, there was admiration, not fear. Cadets filled the room. Whispers spread. "That's him. The human. He saved everyone. He entered the core. He fought the shadow." Ethan stood in front, in simple uniform. No medals, no gold, just himself. Zark walked to the stage. "Today," he said, "we honor bravery. We honor sacrifice. We honor humanity." The screen showed recordings. Ethan fighting. Ethan helping. Ethan standing alone. Ethan jumping into light. Many cadets cried. Zark continued. "This academy believed fear creates warriors. We were wrong. Hope creates warriors." He turned to Ethan. "From today, humans are classified as elite survivors. Top rank. Special command status." The hall exploded. Clapping, cheering, roaring. Ethan was shocked. "I didn't ask for this," he whispered. Luma smiled. "You earned it." Later, in the garden of the station, artificial trees, fake sky, soft wind. Ethan sat on a bench. Krill, Luma, and Rexo joined. Krill said, "Before you, I thought humans were weak." Ethan laughed. "Many are." Luma added, "But now I know you are strong because you feel." Rexo nodded. "You feel pain. You feel loss. And still move forward." Ethan looked up. "On Earth, we say, fall 7 times, stand up 8. They were quiet. Krill asked, "Will you go back to Earth someday?" Ethan smiled. "Yes, but first, I'll train here. Teach others. How to survive. How to hope." Far away, Commander Zark watched. He whispered, "One human changed our future." The Academy updated its records. New lesson added. Human principle, never give up. Years later, new cadets would hear the story. About a death world. About a broken system. About a human who smiled and walked into darkness to bring back light. Final message on screen. They tried to scare human. They learned why humans never fear. They survive. They protect. They endure because they come from Earth. END, respect for humanity.